Would you like a treat? Would you like a treat? Oh, yummy, yummy. Some Alberta beef. So good. Very delicious. Very delicious.
Okay, folks, welcome back to Crimson Black. You're talking to Jordan. Actually, you're not. I'm talking to you. And we're following up on my previous video where I tried to name as many European cities as I possibly could in 1 hour. Now, I had a couple of requests from Shifty on that regard in the follow-up. For one, he wanted me to speak louder and more animatedly. And for two, I don't remember the second thing. I think I was making that up. What a politician I am, huh? So, basically, we're on the same website, iafisher.com. Again, inspired by geoguessr. I don't need to be wearing this, by the way. Inspired by geoguessr's attempt where he tried to name as many American cities in not 1 hour, as was the case for Europe, but 30 minutes. According to my calculator, because I can't obviously do math in my head, I will have 36 seconds per state. 36 seconds to name as many cities as possible. Now, if you've been following the channel at all, you know that we are not US citizens here, but for full disclosure, if you haven't seen the video yet, if it's already come out, Shifty, Shane, and I went on a road trip through Montana, down through here, if you're watching, and down through to Cheyenne, Wyoming. So I do have a lot more US cities to memory, I imagine, than geoguessr does, or for that matter, quite a lot of the world. I have not crammed for this, again, just like the European one. I'm going straight from memory. And because I only have 30 minutes, I'm going to need a little bit more adrenaline, so that's going to take care of the problem with sort of mumbling to myself. Okay, so now, before we get into that video, we're going to do a little experiment with this as well. Now, back when I used to work at a particular shop, we sold for a little while something called drive pouches, which were more or less a snooze, but instead of nicotine, it was caffeine, and it was basically coffee infused with flavor. And when Shifty and Shane and I were down in the US, I looked for these and I couldn't find them, but I did manage to pick up these. Grinds coffee pouches. So, we're going to do, I guess, a little unboxing here, just for something kind of different. So, here we go. This is what they look like. Basically, I'm going to put one of these and suck on that and enjoy the flavor. I'm going to enjoy the flavor of this and get the caffeine I need to think of as many cities as possible in the US. So, let me get my timer ready here for 30 minutes. And for those of you who watched the European video, you know that I went sort of clockwise, starting with more north and then moving east and then south and then west, and that didn't really last very long, unfortunately. I was really angry at myself. Well, I was a little frustrated at myself after that video because of all these cities that I knew, and that for some reason in the rush of that moment I did not think of. And I knew I had known them, but I'd just forgotten about them. And then there were others, like Ochtermuckty, that for some reason came to my mind, but that's just me and my extensive love of trivia. But in the case of the US map, I'm actually going to work west to east. And again, I only have about 36 seconds per state. I won't need that much for quite a few of them because there'll only be one or two places I know. But then others, like closer to home, Montana and Wyoming, where we went through, there are going to be a lot more that I'm going to remember. Ready? And hit the start button. Go! Okay. Most westward part. Honolulu. Name one city. Okay. There are no other cities, I believe, in Hawaii. Juneau, capital of Alaska. Dutch Harbor, spelled the US way. Really? Dutch Harbor. Okay, apparently Dutch Harbor doesn't count as a city. That's freaking ridiculous. Nome, does that count? Nome counted, but Dutch Harbor didn't. What's wrong with that? Anchorage. Puget Sound? Okay, Alaska, I think we're done. Alrighty, Seattle. We're on to Washington State. Tacoma. Everett. Olympia. That's not just a half-decent beer, which I can't drink anymore. I bet Tri-City doesn't count. I don't even know what 3 cities of Tri-City are. Oh, wow, they did count. I can't believe that. Eugene. Portland. There's a Vancouver, not just in Canada, but also down there. Others, Portland. Don't know. Okay, Stockton, home of the Stockton Heat. San Francisco. San Jose. Oakland. Gee. Northern California. Sacramento, the capital. Okay, now we're going to move down to LA. So some of these are going to be the ones that may or may not count as cities. I really don't know. So we have Los Angeles. Does that count? That's a basic one. And then there are the areas around LA, like Malibu. Malibu counts. North Hollywood. Apparently that doesn't count. San Bernardino. That counted, but not where I was thinking it would. Palm Springs, where every rich person from Calgary has a home. Santa Monica. Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. Okay. Culver City, that's where all the studios are there. Is there a West Hollywood? There is, actually. There's a West Covina, I'm sure. Azusa. Pasadena. No, what? Pasadena, Texas. I didn't ask for that. North Pasadena. That doesn't count. East Pasadena. Long Beach. Now we're getting into Orange County. Anaheim. Orange. San Diego. Tijuana. What's the time at? Timer 26 minutes. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. What else we got down there? Is Chino a place or is that just a prison? I don't know. Okay, what else? California. Okay, we may have to come back to that because we only have a few seconds per each. Okay, Reno, Nevada. Las Vegas. Sunrise. Sunset. I thought there was a sunset in there. We'll have to come back to that. Moving on. Boise, Idaho. I know there's a Moscow there, isn't there? Moscow, Idaho? Yes, there is. There is a Moscow, Idaho. What's that one? Funny. Oh gosh, there's some, not Nez Perce, but something else like that. Something else kind of French. Damn it, I can't remember. I'll have to come back to that. Salt Lake City, Utah. Arizona. Phoenix. Gosh. What was where the place the old Phoenix Coyotes had their rink? It wasn't actually in Phoenix. Shite, I can't remember. Alright, we're going to Montana. Specific. Wild Horse probably doesn't count as a city. No. Okay. Havre. Zurich. Great Falls. Billings. Helena. And guess where there's also a place I wanted to visit but we didn't get to? Jordan. Crow Agency. Hungry Horse. Kalispell. There's another one in there. Whitefish. Lovely little resort town. Oh. A very spooky town that I commented looks a bit like a scene from a Goosebumps show. Roundup. And I think that might be all for now. For that. Okay, moving on. We've got Wyoming. Sheridan. Shifty really liked it there. Sheridan. We got Casper. Let's go right down to Cheyenne. We got Laramie. We got Douglas. Surely I can remember more than this. Oh. Chugwater. We took a great photo at the sign there. What others we got? Always breaking, isn't he? Running out of thoughts. Colorado. I almost typed in Colorado. Let's go Denver. Is Columbine actually a place? It is actually a place. Like Fort Benning? Fort Smith? There's a Fort Smith in one of those. There was a Fort Smith down there. What the heck is that fort? There's a place. There's a fort something. Smith? No, there's a. What the heck? There's some sort of a fort there. South Park is obviously, well. It's officially in the canon in Colorado, but I don't think that'll be accepted here. Below that, New Mexico, Albuquerque. There's a Y. There's literally a place called Y. I forgot about Y. Down in Arizona. Oh, there's Yak. Yep, there's a Yak up there. I forgot about Yak. It's a funny place. What else? North Dakota. What? Here's South Dakota. Minot, which is actually pronounced Minot. Oh gosh, where's that place with the super tall TV towers, the tallest structures in North America? Taller than the CN Tower, but they're not freestanding, they're on cables. Oh, but Blanchard. What? That's not Blanchard. Yes, there was. Was a Blanchard there. Okay. Gosh, I don't really know that many down there, do I? We got Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska. What else do we know? Kansas. We got Topeka. We got Wichita. There's Liberal. There's literally a place called Liberal. Gee. What else do I know about Kansas? Kansas City doesn't actually count, but I'm just going to type that. So that's officially across the border in Missouri. Oklahoma. There's Tulsa. So Oklahoma City. There's Tulsa. That's a micro quote. Texas. We got tons of stuff in Texas. Amarillo. Amarillo by morning. We've got Dallas. We've got Fort Worth. Fort Worth. Thank you. I knew Fort Worth was a city. Houston. Humble. Humble's where the airport is. Corpus Christi. We've got San Antonio. Somewhere off in the west of Texas. The name is evading me at the moment. There's a place called Paris. Somewhere. Isn't there a Paris, Ohio? I'm skipping ahead a bit here, but there's a Paris out somewhere in the Mideast. Oh well, get to that later. Minneapolis. St. Paul. And that's about all I know offhand from Minnesota, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. Iowa, we've got Ottumwa, Iowa, home of Radar O'Reilly. What else is in Iowa? Des Moines. Let's see, Canada, Missouri. What else is in Missouri? Washington, not Washington, D.C. Washington, Missouri, home of Missouri Meerschaum Pipes. I bet a lot of you Americans didn't even know that. What else? Gee. Mississippi, can't think of a damn thing. Baton Rouge. What's my time at anyway? We're at 19 minutes and 30 seconds. So lots of time. Baton Rouge. And where's the place Billy Brotherton's from? Billy the Exterminator. It's up in the northwest somewhere. Can't think of the name though. Darn it. And there's the place up further down on the coast there that's really big. Why can't I remember that one? Okay, Wisconsin, Green Bay. Green Bay. Illinois. Well, we got lots of things. We got like regular Chicago. We got North Chicago, which is a place that I knew. Haddonfield. Well, we're not going to pick that one. It's from Halloween, if you don't know the movie. South Bend? That wasn't actually in Illinois. Kentucky, I only know one city offhand. Lexington. Tennessee, I know quite a few. We got Memphis. We've got Nashville. We've got Hickson. Maybe that's an unincorporated place. Okay, so that doesn't count. Alabama. Tuscaloosa. Montgomery. Huntsville. There's a Huntsville in Texas, actually, as well. Okay. Birmingham. Funny how the two cities, there's Birmingham, the UK place, and then there's Birmingham, the city in Alabama. Same spelling, different pronunciation. Mobile. Mobility. Okay. While we're down there, I'm just going to throw place where the Blue Angels are from. Tallahassee, Southland at its best. For some reason, I already have two things in Florida. I don't even remember what I typed there. Get to that later. Detroit. I know Detroit. Battle Creek. I used to know the place where Dr. Pohl lived, further up in the central UP of Michigan, but I don't remember it offhand now. Indianapolis. Cleveland. Cincinnati, home of Markiplier. Columbus. Knew quite a bit there, actually. That's kind of unusual, huh? Let's see, where should we go to next? Georgia? Georgia. Smyrna. Home of Julia Roberts, originally. Oh gosh, there's that place on the border of South Carolina and Georgia, where the golf tournament is. You know, where they wear the green jacket if they win. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the place. You know what I'm talking about, though. Let's go to Florida. Orlando! We got Orlando. We've got Tampa. We've got Palm Beach. We've got Fort Lauderdale. Longboat Key. Oh, that actually counted. Like the Alabama song. What have I missed here? I did Miami, right? I did Miami Beach. Okay. Oh. Is that place up in the... Jacksonville, that's the one. Yeah. Jacksonville. I don't follow the NFL, but I did know that. Carolinas... I know Charlotte. What? Charlotte. Okay, I must have hit something wrong there. Wasn't looking. Okay, let's see. And we're starting to get into a bit of a dull zone till we get the big northeastern conurbations. We're just under 15 minutes now, so I still got lots of time. I haven't even done a review of what I've got so far. 122 cities, total population 41.2 million, 15.8% of the national urban population 2020. Do you think the grinds are working on me or what? It's 1:58 p.m. Normally my cutoff time for caffeine is 2. Okay, let's concentrate here. So, Richmond. That was the one I'm looking for. Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, it's Richmond. Apparently, it's a big government tech sector area. But will Washington actually count? Washington will count. District of Columbia. This probably won't count. No, it didn't count. Delaware. I would know the capital, Delaware, if I heard it, but I've forgotten it now. Yeah, sure, Jordan, you know it. I really do. I was looking at it on the map. Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh. Home of the Steel. Philadelphia. Gee, I don't know many others, do I? Hoboken? Yes, that is Boise. Like I was saying, Staten Island probably won't count. No. Just go with New York City. Just to get that out of the way. And then for something completely different in the same state, Buffalo. Let's do that. Oh, there was that place in upstate New York where Don Cherry coached for a long time. Hershey. Well, I don't think that was the right one. No. I'd know it if I heard it. Shit. I don't imagine Rhode Island counts as a city. No. Providence? That's a place. Hartford, where the Whalers used to play. Boston. Okay. Would Martha's Vineyard count? Fancy People Hunt? Nope, doesn't count. Oh, gosh. Okay, we're running out of space and time here. We've got 12 minutes. I've hit most of the biggies that I am going to hit, and now we're just running down what I count. Okay, we got to think of, like, sports teams here. Sports teams. I suppose Queens is, again, part of New York City and would not count. No, let's count. Okay, that does not count. I know it was a place. I knew it from the Andrews Sisters song. Just gonna use the next 10 minutes just to pull stuff out of my brain, like spaghetti that's been dried up in the fridge for a week, you know? 11 minutes, 19 seconds. I can add more to this. I'm at 134. I don't even remember offhand what my city count for Europe was in that previous video. Maine. Hampshire. Oh. Niagara Falls. Is that a place? Hannah. There's a Hannah in Wyoming. I don't know if that's where it counted. Okay. Moscow. We had a Moscow somewhere. Paris. We had a Paris somewhere. I'm sure we had Paris somewhere. New Haven. That's a place. I knew that. You just gotta think of, add any place from England and just add new, and you have a pretty decent chance of getting something in the United States. What are we at here for time? 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Kind of astounding how little I can think of offhand for a country I've lived next door to and visited on a number of occasions. Of course, a lot of it is blended in to other places. Like, you don't think of Humboldt, Texas as an independent area, but, you know, because that's part of Greater Houston. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Santa Clara was a place. Okay, what have we got? We've got 9 minutes exactly. Wyola. That's a place I remember existed. So, 8 minutes. So am I going to even get to 150? Jeepers creepers. Oh, I'm sure there's a place called Berlin. Isn't a Fort Benning? Why do I Fort Benton. That's the one. Yeah, there's a Fort Benton. Fort Caspar. Yeah, that didn't count. I cannot believe Dutch Harbor does not count. That's unbelievable. There's a Hollywood in Florida too. What have we got here? What have we got here? That's not about very much time, is it? I'm at 6 minutes. 143 cities, 54.8 million, exactly 21%. Rounding, of course. To the second digit there. Oh, St. Petersburg. Okay. Austin. Forgot about Austin. Just under 5 minutes now. There's not much more I've got. I'm pretty well tapped out here. Some of these I'm amazed how little I know. Portsmouth, Newport. Wellesley. At 150, how about that? Well, San Luis. There's a San Luis somewhere, how about that? What are we at here? Just under 4 minutes now. Just as well. Flavor on my grinds pouch is more or less run out here. Is there a new... There's not a New Britain. There was New Britain somewhere. How much time do we got left? We got 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Liverpool, Manchester. I'm just naming off British cities now. Is there a Glasgow? Yeah, there are some actual places like that. There is a Warsaw. I'm sure there's a Warsaw somewhere. There's a Madrid somewhere. There's Rome. There's an Athens. Minute and a half to go. I'm just naming shit now. Stockholm. There was a Stockholm, actually. Oh. Syracuse. I got that in the European one. There's no Bonn. Is there a Lucerne? There's Lucerne somewhere. 50 seconds. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. What else do I know? What else can I think of? Sandwich. Wow, there was a sandwich. Okay, folks. For the last 5 minutes, I was just pulling stuff out of my ass there, but yeah, there are some interesting places in the U.S., and I only named 170. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Let's have a little review here. Biggest one's obviously all the biggies. Phoenix was actually by area the 5th most populous one. Smallest ones, this is kind of curious. Blanchard, I know because that's where the super tall TV tower is in North Dakota. Zurich, Montana, went through there. Regina, New Mexico, I'm sure they pronounce it Regina. Thought of that because there's a city here. Why? I just knew that from the reading through atlases years ago. Chugwater, been through there. Wyola, been through there. Yak, saw that on the map. Jordan, saw that. It's my name. Yeah, a lot of stuff are these little tiny places I knew because I've been there. Rarest cities. This is cool. Wyola. I'm amazed that it's even that high. Yak. Hungry Horse. Yeah. Hungry Horse, I'm a little surprised isn't kind of higher because that's kind of a resort area there. So, A lot of Canadians go through there. Winona. East Passage. Why is that so low? Why has nobody thought of that one? Tri-City. I guess because I didn't realize that was actually the name of the municipality. Fort Benton. I've been through there. Longboat Key. Well, there's a song. I hit Blanchard twice for some reason. Roundup, Montana. Crow Agency. That's on the reserve near Little Bighorn. Humboldt, Texas. Ottumwa, Iowa. My best states. Okay, so my top two were California, actually, and Montana. I've never been to California, but I've been to Montana a number of times. Florida, pretty good. Texas, okay. I'm amazed I didn't get more in Wyoming. But then again, it is quite remote. I got 10 out of 10 cities over a million, 30 out of 37 cities over 500,000. I mean, yeah, it could have been worse, honestly. 170 US cities, and if you look at it, actually, not only as it said, did I get all 10 over how many? All 10 over a million, and 81% of those over 500,000. Which I'm actually kind of amazed that I hit that. But also you look at it and just look at the number of really small places that I know. You can see more or less where I've traveled through here from Alberta down through Montana and Wyoming here. So you can see the places that I would know offhand from experience. And then, you know, I've studied the map around LA a number of times, so I've seen that before, so... Yeah, I guess now it's your turn to grab a grinds pouch or dry pouch and see how many US cities you can name in a caffeine-induced frenzy. So, yeah, so there's going to be some other things coming up going on. I know Shifty and I are going to try once again to redo Totem. We tried that on no fewer than 3 occasions, but every time we had some sort of error with the video or the sound didn't work or something like that happened, and we just had to quit. But yeah, really, really interesting game, Totem. Shifty and, well, he's always doing something good, but Goose and Brody are always, you know, really worth looking into, even though they're newer members to the Crimson Black family. They are really, really good producers, and I really like their material. I'd love to get Lone Star doing a little bit more stuff on his own, but of course he's in full-time school, I think. I'd have to check with Shane on that. But yeah, we're going to be doing that coming up. I'm hoping going forward here to be doing a couple series of my own. Thank you for wasting your life watching me do this, and hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you got not as good of a record as me. So again, thanks for watching, and stay cool, and we'll see you guys next time.